Okay, we're live.
All right, let's do it. Okay, Cap.
We're long since live. Yep.
Yep. Okay. Good morning to all the millionaires. I hope all of you are excited and getting ready for our special guest. So we'll give it about a minute as people are coming in at this moment. Wow, it's a lot of things are happening, guys, and I'm telling you, my fingers are so busy because there's so many things happening, and tonight we are going to go through what is very, very important. As I told you earlier, that all this started with the UK in London, where two girls started the business doing this social selling, and now it's become a household name where it's been done now not only in the US but in other parts of the world. So tonight, as we talked about, we had Brent on last week, and Brent talked about the posts, right? How you start with the post, and you start with the last call, and you start with the oh my god, and now tonight, once you complete that cycle post, we're going to talk about the most important, which is the referral post. So tonight we are very lucky to have our upline, Brent Bryson, to be on with us tonight to start sharing and talking about this. Guys, we are all learning. I know you are new at this, so am I, but in 2 weeks from now, we are going to be an expert. And this is exciting. I have not been off the phone for the last 5 hours because we have so much leverage that we can connect people anywhere in the world. And I want to tell you this before we bring our special guest on, that we are on a platform that allow us to do this anywhere in the world. So tonight, as people are coming in, I'm going to pass it over to you, Brent, our upline Team Elite $20 million Circle member, who just had his son made more than $10,000 in the last 4 months. Brent Bryson. Brent, go ahead.
Yeah, it was actually 2 months, John.
All right. Sorry about that.
That's
Brent.
Okay. That's all right.
Yeah, people are joining, so just go ahead, Brent.
It's a good story no matter how you look at it, right? So I'm gonna share my screen this morning and talk about referral posting. Some of this we covered in the last class or in the last section, and I would refer you to that. All right. So here we go. I'm hoping that this will let me put it in presentation mode. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, that's great. Okay, so we have this is literally a new market, and I know that that's true because the last 2 months I've been working with my son, and we've probably got a little feedback. Somebody needs to turn their speaker down. And it's interesting what's happened right here in Provo. We have had boy, I've got that too loud. 1 second here. Okay, so right here in Provo, we've seen a lot of growth in Utah, and we've seen a lot of people come in. As a matter of fact, I was speaking with Nathan Ricks the other day, and a girl that lives 2 houses away from Nathan has gotten into our business under us. And so social media just has a reach that regular real life doesn't have. Don't let me disparage the way we've done the business at all, because we've done a great job, and there's still a place for walking and talking to people and telling them this story. But there are people that we can reach in social media, and so there are 2.3 billion people that are in social media, and it's a form of escape for them. People use it as entertainment. They use it to connect with their friends. They use it to find things. It's really interesting the way people behave in social media. And so currently, we're focused on Facebook because there's nearly 2 billion people now that use Facebook on a daily basis, mostly in the palm of their hand. And it is literally a new market for us. It's a different way of doing this business. It's a very efficient, very, very fast way of doing this business. And you're going to want to learn about it. These are just a couple of quotes. Why use social media? Marketing is no longer about the stuff that you make, but it's about the stories you tell. And you can tell a very quick story in social media. And there's way more people watching your social media than you think. So this second quote is really important. Everything that you post in your social media is your personal brand. And so you need to really think about what you're doing and how you're behaving in social media. For me, several years ago, I got all of the names. I got Brent Bryson on every platform, Twitter, Instagram, every platform you can name. I own my own name. And I think that's important to try to do some variation now. Sometimes that's just not available to you, but I've always believed that I'd rather talk about me in social media than have somebody else talk about me. And so I started behaving in a certain way in social media. And you'll know that if you've been following me. I'm always positive. I'm always motivational. I try to entertain a little bit, have a little fun. I don't ever participate in politics or religion or anything that's divisive because I'm in the people business. And the messaging in these first couple of slides is if you're going to use social media to build your brand, to build your business, and we all own our own business, if you're going to do that, then you need to have a philosophy. You need to sit back and think for a minute, who do I want to be? Because really, this is so much more and it's so much longer term than any of us, I think, appreciate. So sit back a minute and decide, who are you going to be? Set your Facebook to public so that the things that you say can be seen by more people. Decide that you're going to be an influencer. Decide that your brand is going to stand for something, that it's going to stand for being a force for good. Get your friend count higher. Add friends. Now, don't go crazy. Facebook hates that. If you add more than 30 friends a day, it's possible that your account will get frozen. They'll put you in Facebook jail because they're always looking for robots. They're always looking for bots that go out and do things automatically. They want real engagement by real people. And so over time, over the next 10 days or so, add 300 friends. Facebook suggests those people. Be careful, look, and if you're already a distributor, you don't want to be adding a bunch of new skin distributors. You want to add people that are attractive and they've got big followings. And, every day you should do certain things. Every single day, I look in my social media, my Facebook specifically, and I wish everybody that's birthday, I wish them happy birthday. Because that's an easy way for Facebook to know that I'm involved, that I'm active. Plus, it reminds me who those people are. I go and look at their Facebook and see if they have 1,000 friends, see if I want to stay friends with them, see if they're a new skin distributor, see if they're somebody that I can have follow me instead of being my friend base. So you got to work social media. And I think that's the whole purpose of this second presentation is we're going to talk about different behavior. So manage your expectations and manage the expectations of those that are coming in and working with you. If somebody comes in and they have a small social profile, under 500 friends, they are just not going to sell as much product as somebody that comes in that has 2, 3, 4,000 friends. And so we need to manage that expectation. Now, that person that has 300 or 400 friends, if they're extremely authentic and they know those people and they're really active in social media, they're going to sell a lot of product because they're not really selling, they're recommending product that they love. And I think that's a really important thing. So be active in social. Cruise through, go through and like things and comment on things and be engaging with other people in social media. We don't have to, just like in the real world, we wouldn't, just run up to somebody and start talking about our business. This is very much the same. We've learned a lot of skills, and you want to learn those skills. It's just faster. It's just so much faster to talk to people, and there's low hanging fruit, and we're going to talk about that. Okay, so that's kind of a preparatory thing. Understand that social media selling for Nu Skin is the future. Okay, now there's going to be some BS old leaders, people that are going to hang back. And when I say BS, I say it with love. It's before social. Social media is something to be learned. The company Nu Skin is lining up behind social media selling. You're going to really see that. If you went on the Team Elite trip, you'll know that it was the theme. If you come to convention, you're going to know that it is the theme. I talk to Rich every other day, and I can tell you that the company is thinking about what products will sell at a profit in social media. So respect the window. This is having the whitening paste be such a hot product is a great opportunity for all of us to learn the platform, to learn how to sell the products that are going to come in the future, and to sell the other products that are currently selling all over the world. Right now, eyelash is doing unbelievable. Nutriol eyelash is doing unbelievable. Lip plumping balm is doing very, very well. Soul Solution is doing very well. Glacial Marine Mud, the polishing bar, is doing unbelievable things in New Zealand. If you're in New Zealand right now, you got to get that on your Facebook right away, because it is selling like crazy at a nice profit. Okay, so you want to understand that this isn't just some pop. This isn't about toothpaste. This is about platform. This is about learning to be a social media seller, a social media marketer. Okay. Now there's two different behaviors. Okay. You're going to see this as people start to come in. I call it the cow and carnivore effect. So a lot of the people we see coming in the US, they post and they pick the low hanging fruit. They're like a cow. They sit behind the fence and they wait for the farmer to throw them hay. And that's their behavior. And cows are never going to change, right? They're just, you want to become a carnivore. You don't want to just sit there. You don't want the energy coming to you. You want your energy going out into the marketplace like we've always taught. So the question is, are you a velociraptor or are you a cow? Okay, a cow in your behaviors. Velociraptor, if they want to become a ruby, or if they want to become a blue diamond, or if they want to make a certain amount of money, man, they are going to go do it. And in social media, you can go do it. And that's what we're going to teach you today. But a cow is just going to keep posting, and wait for that sale, wait for that distributor to come to them. Now it does, but it doesn't come. It comes fast, but it doesn't come as fast as if you're willing to pick up the phone and start telling this story. And that's the message. So as we go through these slides, I'm going to have little velociraptors and little cows so that you can kind of separate the behaviors. Kind of fun. I'm just having a little fun, right? So remember what it is that you're doing. What you're doing, you're not selling toothpaste. My heavens, there's a lot of experienced leadership on this call today, on this Facebook Live, on this Blue Jeans meeting. We're not going to teach you how to just go sell toothpaste. That's not the purpose. Now, I sell toothpaste, but I teach people how to sell toothpaste. So I go out and I create customers, and those customers are going to use products, and they're going to be the best source of referral posting for me. They're going to be the best source of referrals. They're going to be the best source of talking about our products. And they're so much easier to create in social media. And I'm going to go create distributors, and they're going to create customers. And I'm going to create executive distributors, and each one of them are going to have customers, and they're going to have they're going to have customers, they're going to have distributors, they're going to have executives, and it's going to look like this, right? And this is Velociraptor behavior. Understanding that what you're doing is building a global distribution network, okay, like McDonald's. They're a distribution network, okay? That's what we're doing. You're building your own personal network, and it's so important to get that in the head of your brand new distributors. And believe me, they come in fast. Like, you cannot believe how fast new distributors come in through social media. So Blake and Kalani's story real quickly. This is Blake and Kalani's commission check over here. You know, they were executives bouncing along, just barely hanging in. I mean, barely keeping their executive ship alive. And in March, we started working, late March. In April, we worked maybe 6 days in April, maybe 6, because that's when Emmett was born. And Emmett had to be in the hospital, and Blake saw me working. I had a couple of girls that were selling with me by then. So I had started, I'd posted, I'd sold 90 tubes of toothpaste. I was excited. I started one girl, Stephanie. I call Stephanie Subject Zero. Stephanie was selling product like crazy. We started another Stephanie with Stephanie. We started a girl named Shar. They were all selling, and I was answering questions, and you all understand this. I was texting, and I'm at the hospital, and Blake sees me working, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm working. You know, I'm selling product." And so I didn't even tell him about it. I didn't even teach him. He went to my social media, copied what I was doing, and started posting and selling product. And that was about with 6 days left in April. In April, he ended up doing a little more than 6,000 points of volume. Now, listen to that. 6,000 points in under a week, and made $1,100 in the back end of the plan and $800 retailing product. Well, then in April, we started really working this, man. We started recruiting. In April, we put over 380, I think it was 370 new distributors into Blake and Kalani's business. They did over $50,000 of volume. They made $10,000. It was like 9,000 in their bonus check and over 1,000 retailing. Kalani got involved, started selling Soul Solution and Eyelash, and sold a bunch of toothpaste in social media, got really excited about it. You know, these guys were pretty snake bit. They were not excited about Nu Skin, and they qualified for the success trip, and they broke Ruby by the end of April. Now, this month has been even more spectacular. May is crazy. I don't even know where we are. I know that we have over 300 new distributors. I know that volumes are going to be probably double this by the end of May now, or end of June. I can't speak to that just yet, but what an unbelievable story. You know, and he works full time. Blake works full time. He works full time in social media, actually. And so he's been a great help. He knows some secrets, and we're going to have him on here to teach us those secrets. But he works, and he has 3 little kids, and one of them you can see is just a newborn. I mean, it's busy at his house, so it's not like he just jumped in and did this full time. It's an amazing story, right? So preparing to post, you want to make sure this can be a sticking point. So the reason I have it in here is we're going to keep talking about it over and over again. You need to be really good. You need to get these tiles. You need to go into your phone, figure out how to set up your Facebook so that your posts are public. Now, I've mentioned this twice, and it's because when somebody posts and they're not on public, they don't get the traction, and it's impossible to boost their post. So you'll see that I keep these saved in my phone, all 3 of these tiles. I keep this one for Android. I keep this one for iPhone, and I keep this. This is an actual tile. I typed it out, and then I took a screenshot because I found that I was using it over and over and over again. So there's text that you're going to use over and over again. So set your Facebook to public. Join a support group. Now, you guys are going to need to set up support groups because of your time zone difference. Some of you are getting boosting from us, but it's pretty difficult when you're flipped over in the world, when it's your night and it's my day. but you got to have those 10 comments. And I'm going to read this to you. I send this to somebody when they start. It says set Facebook settings to public. That is the first step. You need 10 comments in 1 hour. They need to be 4 words long. They need to be typed out so that the Facebook algorithm will put your post into the feed. This will help more of your Facebook friends see your post. No comments and very few, more comment or less, no comments, and very few of your friends ever see your posts. 85% of your friends will see your posts if you have 10 comments or more. Okay, but only 10% will see it if not. So, and then my last line, and I say this to everybody: tell me when you want to start making money. Okay, and I'm going to tell a story about that here in a minute. So this is really important, and I know we spend a lot of time on it, but it's really, really important because it can be a sticking point for new people. And what you don't know yet is how fast new people come in. It's crazy. Okay, so this is the first post, the before and after post. Now you'll notice I have a cow on this. This is where you want to start, everybody. They're going to pick the low-hanging fruit from their social media. They're going to make a post, and they're going to see the demand. They're going to see that they can actually sell product, and that is very, very encouraging. It is the missing piece for new people. If new people know that they can make money, okay, and hear my words, this is why we double the wholesale price. Whatever we're paying as distributors, New Zealand, Australia, Thailand, Indonesia, the UK, Canada, okay, great stories coming out of your group in Canada, the US, you must double the price. And this is the secret that the girls in the UK figured out, is that if there's profit involved, then new distributors' behavior switches from cow to carnivore. Okay, that sentence that I just said is the secret to really exploding your recruiting. So we're here to talk not about cow behavior. We're here to talk about carnivore behavior. And so carnivores switch over to where you're doing referral posting and you're doing recruiting. So this is how this works in Facebook, and this is a referral post. The difference between a referral post and just a regular post is that you put a tag. You tag yourself on somebody else's post. So maybe you offer them a free tube of whitening paste, or maybe you just ask nice. Maybe it's just somebody you know. You want access to their social media. Maybe they're a customer. And you ask them, do you like the product? Yeah, I like the product. And they've got friends, and you want access to those friends. So what you do is you do a post. You convince them to do a post on their social. Now, the big sticking point is, of course, they don't want to answer all the questions. They don't know the answers. So what you do is you tag yourself. So in this case, hey, guys, my friend, and then you put your name in there, Brent Bryson, and you make sure that it's a tag. A Facebook tag turns blue. And then once that tag is embedded in that post, anybody that comments on that you're going to receive a notification in your Facebook notifications. So this is the key to referral posting. Now, we've had unbelievable recruiting and unbelievable sales from this, getting people to just having somebody share your post. Calling a few friends and saying, hey, will you share my post onto your Facebook? Just share it and offer them a free tube. Facebook loves the analytic, the Facebook analytic. The highest things you can do are go live and have your post shared. So if you can convince people to share, get shares. And this is going to lead to recruiting. So when somebody gets a post on their page and they're not a distributor and they see you selling, 5, 10, 15 tubes and making a profit, they're going to ask you, who's getting the money on this? And when they ask that question, I say, well, it depends on who ships that product. If I ship it, I get the profit. If you ship it, you get the profit. Do you want to get involved? And it leads to nice recruiting. So this is velociraptor behavior, right? This is carnivore behavior. I can only handle a couple referral posts a day. It gets busy. It gets pretty crazy, right? Because you got to be kind of tending those referral posts, and you've got new people that you're starting. You kind of have to tend them. You got to be a little smart about what you're doing here. I had a night this last week where I started 6 new distributors all in the same night, and I got to tell you, man, it was as busy as I've ever been in my whole life. One of those people that I started was almost an accident, and I'll tell that story, the story of Hannah. It was crazy. She was making money in 37 minutes from the time that I met her, got her as a referral, to the time that she was making profit was 37 minutes. Now that's my personal best. I'm sure it can be done faster, but at the same time, I had 5 other people that were starting that night. So, referral posting and recruiting is how you're going to build your distribution network. Posting in your own Facebook is how you're going to sell extra product and make some profit. So again, network marketing is about a lot of people doing a little bit really well. And what we're adding to the already unbelievable Nu Skin business is the ability to make retail profit at a pace that we've never really seen. So second, this is another referral post, and this is another way to tag yourself. So when you put a picture in Facebook, you have the ability to say who you were with. So you click on that page, and hopefully you can see this. It says, who were you with in that picture? So say you took a picture of you and your friends. You can tag everybody that's in that with that tag, with that blue, it turns blue. So when you do a referral post for like a last chance call or the second post, be sure and tag the picture with your name. Now you can do that in the first before and after too. You can tag the actual picture, because it's just like you were out running around at a restaurant or whatever, having a party, and you take a picture of your friend and you want to tell everybody who you were with. That's exactly what you're doing. And it makes it so that the notifications work for you, so that when people are making comments, when they're saying, hey, I'm interested. Well, you've got somebody, if you're doing a referral, they don't know how to answer that question. They don't know what to do. So referral posting is, I know the question on everybody's mind, and that is, how much selling can I do in my own Facebook? Okay. I don't know exactly, because everybody's social is different, and you're going to work it now, and you're going to add new friends, and you're going to change, and you're going to, sell other products. But if you learn to referral post, there is no end. There's 2 billion people on Facebook. There is no end to the Velociraptor feast. You can literally go and build the biggest business you can even imagine, because you can just keep accessing people's Facebook until forever, right? So that's cool. Now, we're going to do a lot of recruiting. Okay. So you do selling on your page, and then you do recruiting, and those pages are fresh, and those people can come in and make a lot of money. They can come in and make a couple $100, 300, 400, $500 in a matter of days, which is not life-changing income, but it definitely is good, right? And so we're going to use all kinds of different tiles. These are examples of things that I'm seeing work, and languaging. A lot of this is in the 3 PDFs. We've been experimenting with other things. You'll see those on our pages, and you'll see them in the groups. I can't have everybody friend me. You got to follow me. So please do that. Please follow me, because I'm using my social. I'm using Facebook to recruit. I've personally put over 20 new people in the business in the last 2 months. I have 3 new executives that I'm working with. I'm completely restoring my front line. A lot of the people that are on my front line have been doing this for 25, 30 years. They're getting old. So I need some new, fresh executives on my own social. So I'm not just working with Blake. I'm renewing my own. So we're doing a lot of this, and you'll see a lot of this behavior in my social media. So Velociraptor behavior, the 24-hour test post. You've heard me mention this in this call already. This is my secret weapon. I don't bother to train. I don't bother to sign up new distributors. I don't bother to send them some kind of video. A matter of fact, I found all that to be a deterrent. So this is really different than what we used to do. We used to drag people into a room and tell them everything about who we are and let them think about it. And that does not work here, just so you know. Every instance where I've had somebody that I thought was really, really good and they wanted to know more, every instance they've talked themselves out of it. So my goal with a new person that I'm recruiting is to get them to do a 24-hour test. It's basically a referral post. So I'm going to spoon feed them that first post and have them see that the product sells. Once they see that, then you can take the step back and start to send them information. So the 24-hour test, make sure they set it to public always. Make sure that they're in a group for the boost. Make sure they get, you have to be responsible to get those 10 comments and 4 words long. They need to be typed out. This is going to give you the boost into the Facebook feed and have it go back through over a 24-hour period and have 85% of their friends see that post. So you want to get that 24-hour test so that they can see that the product sells. Now, when they start having sales, they start asking questions. How do I get the product? Where do I get the product? How do I get the money? And you literally train them as they're on the bike, right? So it's literally learning to ride a bike on a bike, not from a book. And it's fabulous. It's so much funner and so much more friction free than anything I've ever done. And I just tell them, look, we're going to post right now. I don't care whether it's a perfect time of the day to post. I don't care whether it's, I don't care about any of that because I have a brand new person I'm working with and they have a brand new social profile and I'm going to post in that. And I'm excited about that. And I want them to be excited about it. If they wait, they will think. And thinking is bad, because that network that they've built in social media is already just sitting there. And you want to get into that if you're a Velociraptor, right? Okay, dudes, real quick. Do get 10 comments, 4 words typed out. Double the wholesale price. This is true in every market. Now, if you're not doing this, you're missing a tremendous opportunity. Old distributors, the BS world, you're thinking that it's price sensitive, it's been hard to sell. Get that, just wipe it out of your mind right now. It's more about your new distributor making profit than it is anything else. So, if you're a BS leader before social, I keep saying BS leader, but if you've got some kind of a knot on your head and you're not getting this, this is the future. This is Nu Skin's future, social selling. So, you're going to want to learn this. There's nothing to slow it down. You should see the numbers. The analytics are spectacular. Everybody doing this is doing, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000, $100,000 of circle group volume, executive volume. So double the wholesale price. Do play nice. You're affecting others' lives. So don't be dumping product. Help out, comment any place you can, like their posts, be friendly, even if they're not in your team or there's somebody you don't like, be good, be a force for good. You can do a lot of good. So we are a force for good. Do learn. You're going to need to learn this. It's been a wild learning curve for me. This tool that we're using has changed my life. Recruit and referral posts. Blue Jeans is spectacular. So recruit and referral posts, and be aware that when your new person comes in, they have to cross this bridge. It's a natural sticking point between picking the low hanging fruit, being the cow, and having the farmer just throw sales. They're just coming over the fence because that network's sitting there. And then the difference between turning the energy out and starting to recruit and tell your story and getting people to post on their Facebooks, that can go on forever. Okay, so save everything on your phone and be organized. Duplication is a big deal, and new people don't know what to do. You don't want them sitting there thinking about what to post. You want to provide that for new people. And we do want authentic, before and after pictures. But I always just say, okay, do you want to try the product for a week and get your before and after pictures, or do you want to make money while you're doing it? And I just let that hang out there, right? People want to make money. So play the long game here. Don't do things in social media that are mean to other distributors. Understand that you have the power to muddy this up, and you don't want to do that, and you want to lead your teams. When you see bad behaviors, when you see people, posting with the name facing out, when you see them posting prices, when you see them discounting product, you want to be the police. You really do want to coach them and tell them not to be doing that stuff. I've got some slides about why not to put the name out there. So don't post price in your feed. Do it by private message or direct message. Don't post pictures of the name of the product. I'll tell you why here in a minute. Don't dump product in back channels. That'd be, Amazon and other places like that. It doesn't really matter that people are doing that, because you're going to service your own customer, because you're a velociraptor, you're not a cow. And that's cow behavior, when somebody goes and just tries to dump product in some kind of back channel on the World Wide Web, in some kind of selling forum, some kind of garage sale, or it's just lazy, bad behavior. And it's cow behavior is what it is. So, here's an actual message from the account from one of the legal people. And he says, "Hi, Jordan. Distributors are prohibited from selling any Nu Skin products in online marketplaces, including but not limited to Amazon, eBay, Craigslist, Facebook buy sell, pages like Etsy, Spotify or Shopify. Any product that is sold and purchased on these third-party sites is not guaranteed by the company. We cannot guarantee that they haven't been tampered with or contained or contaminated. And if it is actually our product that's being sold." So Nu Skin has a liability policy, and if you're selling in those mass forums, that liability policy does not cover you. And so if you have a customer that has an allergic reaction, Nu Skin's not going to cover that. You're going to be on your own, and you're going to face a lawsuit or worse. So you need to clean up that behavior, and particularly in Southeast Asia. The company's going to get real aggressive about this, because it is the future of our company, and they're going to terminate people, and they don't care if you're a team elite. They're going to watch, and in the U.S. they have terminated team elite agreements for this bad, lazy cow behavior. Okay, so what are you doing? You're building a distribution channel. You're building a channel, a distribution channel. This is going to take us to 10 billion, you guys. I can tell you that the company's going to double in size. In the U.S., we're going to have the biggest quarter we've ever had, and it is exciting. And I know that there's some supply chain issues, that this is so efficient that we've blown out inventory, and I've been talking to Rich about that, and I've got Cabe Nupierski involved, and this week we'll see more products show up, and hopefully we'll be able to get enough product coming your way to supply demand. We will be able to do that. Rich has committed that to me, and this is going to be, we're going to go from big to bigger. It's like a brand new ground floor opportunity. You can recruit anybody, and what excites me about this is that literally anybody can do this. Anybody. It's not limited to somebody that has profile or any that has experience. It's unbelievable the people that we see coming in and having success. So we already know this. We already know it's the perfect business. You can work in your slippers. I know I've probably changed John's life with blue jeans. It's I sit here in my slippers, and I'm reaching out to the world. We're using social media to do that. We're selling product in social media. There's going to be better and better tools to do that. This is only going to get better. The faster you jump in and the harder you work at it, the faster you're going to learn. It compresses time. it's every day for me right now is like a month. It may even be faster than that. I can barely remember last week. We're doing volumes here in Blake's business and in my business that I've just frankly never seen. I've never seen it. So, you're going to want to learn. Take action today. I've shown this slide before, but I think it's really true. You don't want to be a dinosaur and be stuck in the past and miss out. It's amazing what we're seeing happen now. I'm on a committee for the coming up Success Summit in the U.S., which we've changed the name to Social Summit. And I've seen the amazing growth because I'm running the committees, and I was able to see kind of volumes and executive creation for people that should be on those panels. I'm running the panels, and it's unbelievable what people are doing. It's shocking. This is not limited to Blake. This is across the board. We're seeing pockets of remarkable growth. And John, with that, I'm done. That's my last slide. So hopefully we didn't go too terribly long.
No, I think we have a few minutes. I just want to wrap it up that I think Brent has basically made it clear. Okay, I think all of you can see that Brent is very passionate about this, as I can feel it, and he has somehow used blue jeans to transfer that energy to me. And I just want to say this, when I heard all this when I was in Barcelona, I've never got involved in social selling. I know it is the wave of the future, but I just haven't never started. But Brent kept on pounding every day, telling me, you got to post. This is big. This is big. And I told Brent, I'm on it. And, right when I got back to Bangkok, I've been just studying this and getting on it. And, what Brent has just said, if you listen carefully, that whole last presentation, the compressed time, the wave of the future. Actually, I like when you said social summit, right? And all this thing. If you really listen, we are now able to be sitting in your living room, in my office, Brent, and I am able to reach people in any country, anywhere, anywhere they are. And I am on it, Brent. I am excited. And trust me, by the end of this month, I'll become an expert. And I'll make sure that everybody who is on Social Blast, if you guys would just follow this. This is a one-way communication where every Monday, every Thursday, 10 p.m., we are sending you message. You just need to be on it. Okay? And then you have your own groups, but this is how we can upgrade your belief, your attitude. This is where you can leverage yourself, where your people, your new people can listen to myself, to Brent, and to other guests that I will have on this Social Blast. So tonight, I want to say thank you so much, Brent. You're 10,000 miles away. It's 9 a.m. in the morning. I know you're a busy guy. Thank you for giving the time to be with us for this 40 minutes. And I really learned a lot from your referral post, and I'm understanding this. I'll get it, Brent. And I'll make sure that everybody in the big group gets it.
This is so much fun. It's so much fun. And I just can't tell you how much fun I'm having. And in a lot of ways, I know that there's some team elites that were wondering where I was on that Barcelona trip. I sandbagged that trip because I could see what was happening. I stayed behind because I could see that, we added 550 new distributors in 35 days to Blake's team. And that's today. So we have the app, and we're able to look at that analytic. And I haven't seen a new person come from dead stopped to adding that many distributors ever. I've never seen it unless we were opening a new country. And, So you got to learn. You just, and I've overtalked this, but it's a fabulous time.
Brent,
People are waiting for the right time. Right now is it.
Brent, it's 10:45 p.m. here in Thailand. If not for this technology, how are we ever going to be able to do this? Okay. So I hope whoever is listening now, and some of you are asleep, I know it's midnight, but you're going to watch this tomorrow. How powerful is this where we can leverage, where you can get people on Social Blast? Go listen to Brent, who talked about referral tonight. You know what? The game is in your hand. You better move fast. And this is unlimited. 54 countries. You can reach anybody in the world. So better move fast, better move at fast speed. So tonight, Brent, I want to say thank you for spending your time. I know it's precious. And, if we can all clap, you'll probably hear us. But I just want to say thank you. Yeah, I got to put on that YouTube so you can, you know what, actually, I should do that. But yeah, so I want to say thank you on behalf of everybody. And guys, let's get on this. Let's get this Social Blast and let's make this happen. So, Brent, thank you so much. And
You're
thanks for
welcome
being on.
anytime. And reach out to me. We've learned a lot in 60 days. It's crazy how much we've learned. So if people need help, let us know.
All
Okay.
right. Thank
All
you,
right.
Brent. Thanks.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a
Okay,
good
bye.
night. Have a good sleep
All right.
if you can.